being joined by Hannah.
Hello!
We're so excited to have you back, Hannah.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here.
We are having some very special tea. This is the Elixir of Alchemy by the Steeping Dragon.
Ooh.
We've had this tea before. It is a little pea flower tea, and it's a magical tea.
I love magic.
Because
I'm excited.
It changes color. When I had this tea on my podcast before, I had talked about how I wanted to do it in the summertime, to have it on like frosted lemonade.
Ooh.
So we could gradually watch it change color. And so we're gonna get Hannah's reaction to this color change
I'm so excited.
live. Sorry for you at home, you're not gonna be able to see her expression, but we'll be able to capture her squeal of
Wait,
excitement.
so does it
and
change
joy.
like with heat, or is it like with pH
It's
balance?
with a pH change. So
okay, because there's lemon in it. That's
yes,
what changed.
exactly. So
Okay.
this tea starts out a very, very, very dark blue, and then when you add an acid, it changes to a bright pink.
Ooh. I love pink. Okay. I'm so excited. Okay.
I'm excited because when I did this before, we just added it directly to lemonade, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it immediately changed, right? And this is frozen, so it's gonna have like a nice gradual gradient, is what I'm anticipating. Now we have this in short little glass teacups, so it won't have quite the like tall effect, but you know, we'll see.
That's okay. I'll still enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes.
So here we go.
I'm so excited. Oh, it's so pretty. It's purple right now, which is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. That is so pretty.
It's just gonna slowly change color as it melts.
I like it. The frozen lemonade pieces are like a little island floating. Oh, it's getting brighter. That's so cool. That is magical.
There's like little areas around the ice where it's turning pink. You see?
Yeah. That's so stinking cool. Oh my goodness.
And you can kind of see it, like see mine on the side where it's red.
Yeah. Whoa. This is so cool. End episode right here. I'm entranced. Entranced. That is so cool.
The magic of tea.
Yeah, you can see like where it's like kind of melting in the middle, and there's...
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is so, so cool.
Science.
I love science.
Science is great.
Oh, there's still like a little bit of blue right there too.
Mm-hmm.
That excuse me.
I've
While I
completely
just-
enchanted her.
Yep.
I
am now
You
mute.
can experience this magic at home, guys. Get yourself some pea flower tea and some lemonade. Just freeze that lemonade, and bada bing, bada boom.
It is magical. 100% do it. Next science fair. This is what your kids should do. Just
It's
this tea.
pretty straightforward.
That is so cool.
That's so fun.
Oh,
I'm real satisfied. I was hoping for like this gradual color change. Perfect, guys.
it's
absolutely
perfect.
perfect.
It's so beautiful. That is stunning. Okay, I gotta taste it now. Ooh.
Isn't that lovely?
That is so lovely.
Doesn't it just like taste like the color pink?
It does.
Yeah.
I love the color pink.
Mm-hmm.
That is so amazing. It just kind of like...
She's just playing with her little lemonade ice cubes.
Don't play with your food. But tea is on limits. That's
So anyway, our topic today is going to be all about fun summertime activities, because it is the heart of summer when we are recording this.
It is true.
Having our
It is
lovely
summer.
iced tea.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect summertime drink. This is
know,
amazing.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to roll the dice first?
I would love to. I love this little tower you have.
Thank you.
All right, 6.
6. Ooh,
6.
this is great.
Okay.
We often think about big, exciting things when it comes to summer, like going to Disneyland for the first time, a big family reunion, big trips, expensive stuff. But what is something small and simple that you miss that you would love to bring back into your summer? Something like going to the park or playing the sandbox or drawing with sidewalk chalk.
Oh, that's a good one. You know, when I was little,
Uh-huh.
we used to have little tea parties, and it was always Kool-Aid instead of tea. But we would, my childhood home, before I moved up here to Utah, while I was in Arizona, it was built on an old orange orchard. So we still had a whole bunch of those orange trees. And in the summer, it was Arizona, so it got hot really fast. So my mom would take wet sheets and hang them in the trees and kind of like just make this
like
little
a tent?
Yeah. And then we would have tea
gosh.
parties in there. And I would bring that back. Would dress up as little fairies.
Oh
and then
my gosh.
we would have all these billowing sheets in the trees. And we
Dude,
would
that
just
sounds so
spend the day out
magical.
there. Yeah, it was lovely. It was so lovely.
We used to do like blanket forts.
Ooh, I love blanket forts.
Blanket forts were the best. Like we would disassemble the whole house to steal all the furniture to drape the blankets over top of, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And we would crawl around, you know, and bless our parents for letting us do that.
Oh,
right? Like,
yeah.
I loved blanket forts. It gives me that same, like, vibe.
Yeah.
The blanket forts.
It definitely felt that way. And then with all the trees and the nature, it just really add to the whimsy of it. But yeah, you know, I think the fun thing about blanket forts, well, the non-fun thing is it always felt like it took 5 minutes to build it.
Oh my gosh.
And 3 hours to put everything away.
Yeah, like I was, like looking back, I'm always so shocked that like our parents would allow us to keep them up for like a weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
Like multiple days.
Yeah.
You know, we'd have like a slumber party with friends over or whatever, and we would sleep in your little sleeping bag or whatever in the blanket forts, and it was like,
Yep.
that meant that we didn't have a dining room table and chairs and stuff and
Yep.
a couch. Like it was,
And every day
this
they just got a little bigger. Yeah.
that, like was like an octopus of blankets
Yep.
and tables and chairs and stuff in the middle of the house, or sometimes in the yard. You know, like it was very generous of our parents to let that go on for more than 24 hours. And took 2 seconds to put that thing up. It felt like.
Yep.
But
forever to put it away.
To put it away. And
yeah.
Oh,
and
man,
somehow
but
teamworking when you're building it is so good, and then teamworking when you guys are all putting it away.
Of engineering, I'm sure they probably sucked, but like in our mind, they were like these intense like bomb shelters.
We were industrious.
Yes. I was picture, you know, like in those spy movies and stuff where you have the cool like underground places that have like all the awesome stuff and all the cool tech and the screens. Like that's how it was.
That's what it
in
was.
our mind.
Yeah. Yes.
But
yeah.
It was just
like
chairs
that.
And tables. And,
yep.
Yeah.
The childhood mind is so amazing how it can
gosh.
take something that's just, you know, a couple pillows and a few blankets and a few chairs.
I have not thought about those
and then
things.
all of a sudden it's a hobbit hole, or it's a spaceship, or it's a submarine. Or, it's so fun.
I have not thought about blanket forts in a long time, but legitimately, like, I would totally... But the problem is scale also. Like, you don't really realize when you're 6 how big everything is and how, like, very useful that is as a 6-year-old. Like, man, when everything's, like, so big, you can just utilize that to your advantage so much.
Yeah.
For building stuff. And, like, a refrigerator box can be so useful when you're 6. But now it's like, man, if I wanted to build a blanket fort, you know how big you would need to find a really, really big kitchen table and chairs for you to not get, like...
Maybe, like, those office standing desks is what we need to use.
Yeah.
Heighten it. But, yeah, you're totally right.
Escape rooms and, like, rec rooms. You know what would be, like, a really cool, like, idea for, like, a cool company? Like, what if we had, like, a place where you could go and there's giant furniture?
Yes. Just relive childhood,
like,
and then you can
like
build blanket forts.
Ginormous furniture, and you could build blanket forts, and there's giant boxes you could build, like, rocket ship stuff and giant crayons.
And then you could have, like, cute, like, tons of massive
like
stuffed animals you could throw at each other.
Oh my gosh, you could have pillow fights and stuff.
$1 billion idea.
Oh my gosh,
let's
you guys.
do it.
I feel like this was just the best idea that I just had ever.
That would be amazing. I would go there.
I would go there for sure.
For sure.
Dang.
That would be so cool. Make it like a whole hotel.
Yeah, it could be like a whole hotel. There could be like a playground room where there would be like a jungle gym and everything, but it's all adult sized stuff. So you don't have to be like, oh, the monkey bars aren't cool anymore because
we
they're literally
prioritize
my
children
height.
too much. We want to have fun too.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We really do.
Yeah.
Like sidewalk chalk, let's bring that back.
Let's bring it back.
Refrigerator boxes, but like me-sized.
Bubbles. When's the last time you played with bubble? Oh, bubble wrap.
Bubble
yeah.
wrap.
Bubble wraps that's important.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also bubbles.
And also bubbles.
Gosh, dang.
Things that pop.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
Simplicity. Like, I don't need no big fancy stuff.
Yeah. I don't need a phone. Give me a bottle of bubbles.
Well, okay, phones are nice too. You gotta have a phone to buy bubbles off of Amazon.
That's
true. Like waiting for the bus.
That's true.
You know?
I guess we're all just slaves to capitalism, and none of us have enough bubbles.
Yep. Gotta have a phone in order to buy a Costco bin-sized thing of bubbles.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna roll the dice. Isn't this tea so good?
It's so good, and it's just gotten more and more pink.
And more pink.
It's beautiful.
Okay, that was a really lame roll. Do your thing, Tower. 12. What sorts of water yard stuff, TM, did you play with or possibly still romp around in today?
Yeah. That's a good one.
Thank you. We had like all the knockoff brand stuff. We definitely had a slip and slide.
Gotta love the slip and slides.
There's no other way to effectively remove as much skin from your thighs as a slip and slide.
Ladies, you've heard it here first. If you need to exfoliate,
get yourself a slip and slide. Just put a little bit of gritty dirt on there, just a little bit.
Just some sand.
Make sure that there's a generous amount of sunscreen.
Yep.
Sparsed out, and a lot of cold hose water on the grass, not on the slip and slide,
not on the
but
slip and
on
slide,
the grass,
just the grass
on both ends, to deceive you into believing that the slip and slide is indeed slick. And you will never have to exfoliate ever again.
That's so true. That's so true.
But I do really like slip and slides.
Yeah.
We had one that had, like, it was supposed to have, like, a tunnel of, like, it shot, like, water across.
From, like, the side tubey things.
Yeah.
Those were so
It
cool.
worked for, like, the first summer.
Of course.
You know? Like, it worked great for the first summer.
It worked great, and then you just play with it a little too hard.
Yeah, I don't know what. Well, okay, we happened. Like, we
There's, like, kids gnawing on it, and it's like, I don't know what happened.
Like, probably.
Yeah.
Probably. We definitely had our, like, run of, like, the above-ground attempt of pool, right? Like, there was the inflatable thing, there was the plastic thing, there was the thing with the like, the tent pole thing. Who thought of those? Like, that was, like, so labor-intensive.
Yeah.
So much cold hose water went into those things, and...
Yeah, let's just appreciate our parents' water bills growing up.
So much.
Because we did not appreciate it back then. No, we did not know.
No, so much effort went into that.
Yeah.
Like, after the amount of, like, money and time and labor, you probably could have just put an in-ground pool in. But, you know, like, who am I to complain?
Yeah,
but
that's so funny.
Yeah. And then we had, like, all kinds of different, like, instruments of death and stabbage that were basically just sprinkler head things.
Yeah.
You know, that spit.
That moved around.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Also cold hose water.
Also cold, but, like,
yeah.
Like, that cold hose water, though.
You know, it hits different when you're a kid.
You can't hate on it.
Yeah,
like,
you can't.
I don't know if that's, like, even a thing anymore. Like, I feel, like, so detached from all of that, because now there's splash pads and stuff that you can just, like, go to, and everything's, like,
easy mode. Yeah.
OSHA standard safe and stuff, and, like, accessible, and, like, flat, and, like, I guess that it's on concrete, so there is that risk factor. Like, there is something to be said about squishy, soggy, wet grass to
that's
like
not
absorb
too hard to
blows,
land on. Yeah.
you know, when you biff it completely. Like,
And of course we did, because kids are clumsy.
There's like something to be said for
Yeah.
that versus like full on concrete. But like, man, like survival of the fittest out there. Like,
Yeah. It's very true.
There's something about like the taste of like rubber and grit and dirt when you just like full eat it.
I'll never forget it. In my family, we always add soap to our slip-in sides.
Yes, we would do that. Yeah.
Then you'd get the taste of soap and then the sting in your eyes.
There was always the weird kid that like, because you'd have like the slip and slide placed. We would always try to find the hill in the yard. There wasn't actually a hill, but you would find it. The grade to put the slip and slide down the grade. So there was that, and then you would have the like maze of sprinklers to run through, and then you'd have the like pool in the shade, as much in the shade as you could get it. And there was always like the kid that would sit in the pool, and he was always in the pool, and he would like gnaw on the pool. Did everybody else have a kid like
why
that?
Why are all the kids eating things?
Like,
you know?
why would he sit and just like
just bite it?
Like gum the pool. Like, what was that? And
get that kid a chew toy.
He would chew on the pool noodles, like anything. You'd look over there and, oh, yep, there's little Timmy, just like
I mean, but you can't say that you've never looked at a pool noodle and thought to yourself, I want to sink my teeth into that.
It did look satisfying. And, like, have you ever, like, squoze?
Yeah.
They're very textural.
They are very textural. Sometimes you just gotta bite things.
Wow, Hannah.
I guess I'm this kid. I didn't know this about me.
You were a little Timmy the whole time.
Today I'm learning I am Timmy.
That's funny. Oh my god. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know. I try to think. Oh, super soakers.
Yeah, super soakers were
fun. I was the generation that was the water gun fight thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm my oldest brother, now a Marine, just giving you context here.
That tracks.
He would get us with those super soakers.
Dude.
It was fun for 5 seconds, and then I was scared for my life.
Everything was allowed. Everything was allowed. Everything was fair game when you busted out the water guns. We had one that you could hook up to the hose. Mm-hmm. Like, it wasn't
no!
Yeah!
No, that's horrible. So you have the built-up pressure, and so it probably, like, I would assume that would leave welts. That's crazy. That's insane. Who would give a child that power?
No, you don't. You don't understand the world I lived in, okay?
Oh, you were the one with the gun. You were leaving welts.
No, I never
Hey, take this one, Timmy.
I was a pacifist, okay? Like, I didn't participate in that. When it got to that level of intensity, I was like, I'm out. All right, I'm out. I'm not part of this insanity.
That's amazing.
Like, but yeah, no, we had one you could like hook up to the hose. Now we didn't have endless hose, right? Mm-hmm. So that was the. So you were powerful in a 10-foot circle,
but
only so far as the hose would go.
Yeah.
So like, you had a certain territory that you could control, and so if people didn't want to fully die. And it had kind of like a safety, right? Where leak.
Yeah, a leak. It would like drain a little water on you while you're shooting.
Yeah, while you're just like, shooting. But it would kind of just like, it was just like a fancy attachment to a hose.
It was an
mostly.
Automatic.
Yeah.
Super soaker.
Automatic super soaker.
Crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. Whoever came up with super soakers. Oh, boy.
That's so fun. I don't know if you ever did this, but in my yard growing up, we had a sandbox, and so we would build little castles, and then we would dig the moats, and then the hose would go in.
The hose would go in,
and
we would have like a rainy season and a dry season.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. We would kill all the animals during the dry season, and then the survivors, they would like eat the carcasses. We watched a lot of National
That's
Geographic.
amazing. Yeah, in my family, we were like playing Risk in the sandbox. We'd have our like own separate civilizations with our water irrigation sources, and then we would just slowly watch as our societies.
War of the Worlds up in here.
Yeah, and our societies would just crumble, and water erosion would get them all eventually, and then we would just roll around in the mud like little pigs.
Yeah.
We used so much water, and we'd do it for hours. Just all day long. Oh my gosh. The hose is on.
One of our absolute favorite things was freaking playing in this ginormous sandbox that my parents like built. We just had there was like 4 things of wood that they put into the ground.
Yep, that's
to, like,
was ours.
It. And then every summer they would just add more sand.
Yep.
Because like during the summer we would just like excavate the sand out of the sandbox.
Yeah, my brothers would be like digging like 4-foot deep holes.
Oh my gosh,
6-foot deep holes, and
we were just like we were little like paleontologists, like digging down into that sand.
We were like worms.
Yeah, oh
rodents.
We did so much stuff. We played with the little like Hot Wheel cars and all the little dinosaur toys, and like everything went into
Tonka trucks.
Yeah, the Tonka trucks. Like everything went. The Legos. Everybody ended up
Bionicles,
yes,
Barbies,
Bionicles. Everybody spent their time in the sandbox, and it was a dog eat dog world in that sandbox. Like
I think it just really goes to show that children really do yearn for the mines. We're ready to dig.
We're ready and willing to work.
We will dig a deep hole.
Yeah. No,
well, they will. I'm no longer a child. I've
favorite things to do was play in that sandbox. And I was always baffled by my friends who either like didn't have a sandbox or they had those like little teeny bitty like plastic things that you got from like Walmart.
Yeah, and you just knew that they didn't know how to feel happiness.
Yeah, it was like, what is this? This is not a sandbox.
Number one cause of childhood depression
is like a lack of a sandbox.
Lack of a sand.
Like, come to my house. I got like 6 feet of extra sandbox you could borrow.
But I feel like those kids also usually, had all the cool like indoor stuffs. Like they would have the Wii or the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Or
we eventually did get some pretty good gaming systems, I felt like. So we had like a good balance.
I like that. Yeah.
Would you like to roll a dice
I am ready to roll. Okay. Here we go. 10.
Yes, just kind of hang out right in the middle. Ooh, does drinking from the hose actually taste better? Or were we just dehydrated and delirious?
Definitely the second.
Okay.
I think we all have the memory of, we've gotten a little bit older. It's been a long time since we've actually, played outside. And we go outside and we're doing something and we think, oh, I'm thirsty. I know what to do.
The effort of like going inside, getting a glass from the cupboard,
I know what I'll do.
The glass.
I'll do what I did in my whole childhood, and I'm gonna drink from this hose. And then you drink from the hose, and it's putrid, like sewage. But as a child,
non-potable.
Yeah, I remember as a child, like I think I preferred drinking from the hose than inside tap water. Like it was.
Yes,
I thought it was delicious.
I can tell you right now that there was preferences and there was like rules of because obviously like if the hose, everybody knew like. Okay, if the hose had been sitting out in the sun, you gotta let it run first.
Yeah.
Because it would be
so it's not too hot.
Scorching lava hot.
Yeah.
Right, when it first came out. So that was like the basic rule. Everybody knew that. Like rookie mistake if you like immediately like face to
I would never do such a thing. Yeah. And then if you need to, like move it a little to get that water flowing.
Get that water going. And you don't want to turn it up too high or whatever, and you gotta hold it
otherwise
just right.
It's gonna hurt to drink.
Yeah. You gotta hold it just right too, so you get that nice little like rainbowy effect. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? There's like a whole
it's a science.
Form. Yeah. There's a whole art form to it. And you don't be crazy. Don't put your mouth on the hose. Like
we're not deep throating the hose here.
No, because and also there's probably dirt and gunk.
Yeah.
Like on that. Like let the water rinse it off and don't put your mouth on the hose because that's gross. That part's dirty. You want to like get the clean water.
But somehow the water is clean.
Yeah, somehow the water is clean.
Inside the hose, don't stick your finger in there. That'd be disgusting. Yeah. But drinking
if you drink the water that's flowing, somehow the flowing water was definitely cleaner. Yeah. Despite the bits that were definitely the chewy bits.
The chewy bits. Well, you let those get out first. And like think about how many spiders probably, lay their eggs in there and all sorts of things, and we're just like, I'm just gonna drink from it.
You gotta let it flow first.
The scalding water takes care of any bugs.
The scalding water, it
and then we just
the sun
cooked it. That's probably why we thought it was clean. This feels plenty, Kurt.
Did we Did we think that? Or were we just doing it so we wouldn't get our faces burnt off? But no, like, I can distinctly remember the taste of hose water.
Yeah, very metallic.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
You haven't had it lately, then.
I have kidding. Not.
Maybe it's just changed. Say, like, Big water has corrupted our hose water.
I feel, well, yeah, but, like, there's also other things that have changed. Like, have you had, oh my gosh, have you had, like, the cereal Trix recently?
Yeah, it's not as magical as it used to be.
Anymore.
It's not. It tastes like wax.
Yeah, it's gross.
Did it always taste like that?
No, it used to taste really good. Okay. It also used to be actually shaped like little fruits.
Yeah, I miss that. Now it's just little Orbeez that are crunchy.
Yeah. We're just teaching our children to eat Orbeez.
Exactly.
At this point.
Exactly.
We used to be taught to eat tiny fruits. It used to, like, Trix used to be shaped like the banana flavored ones were tiny bananas.
Yeah, and then
the grape flavored ones were tiny little grapes. Like that's what they were.
Yeah. So we were eating fruit.
Back when Trix tasted good, hose water was also delicious. Mm-hmm. And I don't know.
This is definitely not rose-colored glasses or anything.
I don't know if I was just hallucinating that or it was real.
You know, I've heard a conspiracy theory on that. Is that
the hose water or the Trix?
The Trix.
Okay.
The adult eyes can't see the shapes, and the little kids
because Trix are for kids.
Trix.
Okay.
Silly rabbit. Trix are for kids.
If any children would like to message in and let me know.
Let us know what you see.
When you look at the Trix bowl, do you see little fruit shapes? And do they actually taste like fruit?
Or do they taste like
little round shapes? And do they taste like balls of wax? Yeah. Because that's what they taste like now. And if that is the case for you, for and in behalf of everyone and everything, I apologize.
Yeah.
Because we had a better childhood than you.
I think we probably just did. Kids have it rough nowadays.
But I can probably tell you though, if you drink some hose water, it might be okay. Just make sure you let it run the hot water. Let the hot water
don't get
run
burned.
First. Don't get burned.
Don't drink spider eggs.
Yeah.
And let it run for a minute.
Dirt. Don't put your mouth on the hose. Drink the flowing water.
Yeah, and then once you're done, you can hook it up to your soaker.
If you have fulminant diarrhea afterwards, see your doctor. Because you might have Giardia.
You know, never happened to me, but sounds unpleasant.
I've never had Giardia.
Congratulations.
And I drink out of a hose quite a bit as a child. Yeah. But I do not advocate drinking non-potable water. Children, please don't do that. I'm going to roll the dice now. I do advocate for drinking tea. That is a 9.
That is a 9. That was kind of
fun. Ooh. Do you run and hide when you hear the ice cream truck? Or are you one of the psychopaths that actually go and buy ice cream?
I am so glad you asked. There is a ice cream truck that goes through our neighborhood every single day. And
wait. Now?
Now. It's not as friendly and cute looking as the ice cream trucks that we grew up with. But yeah, there's one that drives down our street every single day. And I do think about committing arson every time I hear an ice cream truck. It's so annoying. The music. I can't. Yeah.
So scary.
Ours plays Christmas music.
What?
Yeah. It's Christmas music.
I'm sorry.
Now, I grew up with a mom who did not appreciate the high prices of ice cream trucks. I already didn't kind of like them just from, childhood indoctrination.
I get it. Like, you if your parents don't have a lot, that's okay. Like, I get that, right? I get that. Also, serial killers are real. I also get that. But, like, who in their right mind plays Christmas music? Also? What?
I know. It's horrible. Just ice cream trucks in general seem like a bad idea.
I'm upset.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time my husband and I are on a walk and we hear the ice cream truck, I look at him and I'm like, Steven.
Do you run and hide?
This is it. Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk to somebody.
Oh, no.
I don't want somebody to like slow down as they're passing me because they want me to buy ice cream.
You. Oh man.
Yeah.
For me, it was like an even split, and it fully depended when I was a kid, right? It was an even
when
split.
I was a kid, yeah.
I can honestly say I have not seen or heard an ice cream truck in like double-digit numbers of years.
Really?
Yeah.
You just need to hang out in my neighborhood.
I guess.
We'll get you some ice cream.
Yeah, but like I don't want ice cream from that
I
ice
know.
cream truck.
Yeah.
The ice cream truck
always
seems like
slightly
a bad time.
melted. Always, yeah.
Like if it's a quality ice cream truck, I'm 100% about supporting it. But that one seems like a bad time. Sir, I don't know who you are.
Yep.
I don't know what you're thinking, but you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, it was like an even split. It depended on whose neighborhood we were in and who we were with, because there definitely was an ice cream truck that you hid from, for sure. Oh yeah. And like, I don't know if we were justified in this, you guys. We might have just been mean kids. But we definitely hid from an ice cream truck. There were rumors about it, and we were very scared.
That's crazy.
Okay.
You know, I had a friend who swore that somebody, and you know, kids make things up, so I don't know if this is true or not.
Kids are awful.
But I had a friend who swore that one of her neighbors was kidnapped by an ice cream truck.
See, and that's the kind of stuff, like the kind of rumor that gets started. But once you plant that in like a little kid's brain, oh, that's gonna be there forever.
Well, and you know, you're taught, if like a guy in a van says, "Hey kids, you want some candy? You want to see a puppy?" You run. But then I'm supposed to trust some guy with ice cream.
There's an ice cream truck. Plus, you're a child and you have no money, and he wants it's just not gonna work.
Yeah.
So it depended on the neighborhood. But there was also like the better neighborhood, and when I was usually over there, then usually if the ice cream truck came around, our friend's mom would come out with us if she was around and was like, okay, let's get ice cream. And then that was awesome. Yeah. That was really awesome.
Yeah. And then you would get like, you know, a SpongeBob with his eyes like halfway down his head.
Okay, I had
they were
one
so
of those
creepy looking.
one time.
Yeah, not good.
It looked awesome, right? Because you're like, oh my gosh, they had
like,
all,
oh, I'm
they
a
had
slave
bunch
to
of different
capitalism,
characters,
and I
you're
love
like,
SpongeBob.
yes, it's gonna be delicious. I had it one time, and then I learned my lesson. I was like, nope, disgusting,
horrible,
right? Disgusting.
Yep.
Stick with your tried and true. Get the rocket. Yep. Get the little
get a rocket. Get a drumstick.
Delicious. The drumstick's amazing. Like stick with the tried and true. Don't get the weird, gross, marshmallowy SpongeBob thing.
Yeah, no. So weird.
Like the weird new stuff. No, stick with the tried and true stuff. It's much better.
Agreed. 100%. 100%.
So, but my knee-jerk reaction with ice cream trucks is still to run and hide. I'm a grown adult.
You know.
And if I were to hear, it's a small world after all, coming around the corner.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's just a jar. It's a creepy song
very creepy
in general, and it's jarring to hear music all of a sudden playing that is geared towards children.
Slowly making his way.
Yeah.
Slowly, creepily making
my way downtown. Walking fast.
Shout out to Critical Role. Yeah. No. Bad times.
Yeah.
Bad times were had by all.
Yep.
I think we have time for maybe one more summertime fun question.
Let's do it.
Would you like to roll the dice?
I will roll the dice. Okay. Gotta just
balance it so delicately.
Sorry. 11.
11.
I broke your tower.
Well, it's okay. The little gate was already broken. That's actually how I ended up getting it, because the guy at the Ren Fair was like, "Hey, the gate's broken. Do you wanna buy it for super cheap?" And I was like, "Sure."
I like cheap.
Yeah, I like cheap.
It's cute.
I know
it reminds me of
it came blank, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna paint this.
It was a good choice to paint it. It kind of reminds me of those like towers. I think they're even still sold today. Like the child. Every house had one. The plastic.
Oh yeah.
Gray towers with the little medieval knights.
Yes.
What was that? But
the little play towers.
And we all had them. It was crazy. It was so fun.
Neighbors, our backyard neighbors, they had one. I was always so jealous. I loved those. Those were some of my favorite toys to play with.
Yeah, I think we even had a cannon. A little plastic cannon.
You had the cannon.
We had the cannon. Cool. That was pretty cool.
You were the cool kids. Question number 11. Who taught you how to make s'mores?
Ooh.
Have you taught anyone else how to make s'mores? When was the last time that you ate a s'more?
The last time I ate a s'more was yesterday.
Dude, I freelove s'mores!
So, okay,
That's great. That means you're having a good summer.
So I think we have to answer your question.
Okay.
I would say probably my parents taught me how to make s'mores, but because my
don't
husband's sitting in the same
learning
room
to
as
make
us right
s'mores.
now, he would probably say that he's been teaching me how to make s'mores because he
no!
is not proud of my s'more roasting
Wait,
abilities.
Did you not know? Okay. Did you before you met Steven, how did Hannah make s'mores?
You know, you got it as close to... You waited until the fire, burnt down. And then you got it close to the coals as you could.
Okay.
And then once it lights on fire, you blow it out. And look, the goal wasn't to light it on fire, but that's just what inevitably always happened. But my s'mores these days are very beautifully roasted.
Okay.
Because I have to make sure my husband still loves me and is not ashamed of my marshmallow roasting.
If it's a matter of taste, because some people do like their charbroiled.
I do kind of
s'mores.
like it a little crispy.
Crispy.
Yeah, crispy.
If it's a matter of taste and you like that blackened marshmallow vibe, I have nothing against that.
Yeah.
But if you just don't know what you're doing.
You know, and truthfully, I think I had a good thing going, but I just get so impatient and I wanted to cook faster. So I'll start far away and it will get prettier and prettier.
Yeah.
And then I just go,
So
I want to
excited.
freaking eat this. I need to bite it. And then I would get it closer. I do the same thing when I cook grilled cheese or pot stickers, and I inevitably burn things 50% of the time
I was
because
gonna
of
say,
it.
I feel like, because there's a lot of things that the motto, like pancakes, low and slow.
Yeah.
Eggs, scrambled eggs, low and slow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Good toast, low and slow.
Took me a
Grilled
long time
cheese,
to learn
gotta
all
be low
those
and
things.
Slow. Quesadillas, low and slow.
Yeah, but you know, you could have fast and fed. So.
No, Hannah! And if you're about that carcinogen life, and you just really like to see
live fast, die young.
crispy, crunchy. Oh gosh.
No, but so
if you like eating charcoal,
yeah,
that's
you know,
fine.
I'm not too opposed to it.
Oh gosh.
Sometimes it just happens, but this summer
There should be a shirt. I just feel like there should be a little campfire on the shirt and a blackened marshmallow with a really big smiley face, and it just says sometimes it just happens.
Sometimes it just happens. That would be a really great shirt. I actually feel like I need that.
Gosh.
I might have to draw something up and get it printed. That'd be amazing.
Shirt.
But yeah, admittedly, so my husband and I, we went camping a few weeks ago, and so I was very excited to grab stuff for s'mores.
Yes.
So we have a whole bunch of marshmallows right now.
Essential for camping and
Yeah.
summer.
Because s'mores taste the best when camping.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so since then, my
Mountain
husband
flavor.
taught me how to make s'mores on the stove.
Yeah.
And so I've been eating one s'more every single day.
You've been practicing your s'mores?
I fully intend to eat a couple today.
That's actually adorable.
I love s'mores. And as far as a fun treat, the thing that's great about s'mores is I can't just mindlessly eat them because you know I have to wait.
Assemblage.
Yeah,
And
you know I'm trying to make my husband proud of me, so I'm not burning them as much anymore.
Aww.
Anyway,
It's an art form, and you are an artistic person, so you would think that would help you to kind of take some pride.
Yeah, but you would think.
You would think.
Anyway, but yeah, so I've been eating a whole bunch of s'mores, and it's great because I can't eat too many of them because I don't want to spend all day making s'mores.
Because by the nature of the s'more, you also eat them slowly because they take time.
Yeah,
and so then you do actually fill up pretty quick on s'mores.
Yeah, it's true. And and then you your stomach hurts, and it's worth it.
It is an exceedingly large amount of sugar when you're making a s'more.
You know, I think what I'm learning today is that I am still a child.
Well, you know what?
I
It's
burned
so
my
much fun
s'mores.
to be a child.
Yeah, it's so fun.
Aww.
I love s'mores.
Summer's great. S'mores
They're
are delicious.
so great.
Drink tea. That's what we're learning today.
Drink tea, drink hose water,
Mm-hmm.
eat s'mores.
Eat s'mores.
Mm-hmm.
Invest in super soakers.
Invest.
Yep.
Slip and slide to exfoliate. Just
slide
keep
to
a slip and
exfoliate.
slide in your bathroom. Just rub it on you, and you can exfoliate.
It wouldn't fit. Those things are prodigiously.
They're pretty big.
Yeah. It's lots and lots and lots of cheap plastic.
I know. Just
the smell of
miserable.
those things.
Yeah.
Like, man. It smells
Yeah,
like
you know,
summer,
eventually
but...
my mom stopped buying those and would just, like, lay out a tarp with a bunch of soap. And that was, you know...
The last time I actually... This is a tangent, but that's what this podcast actually is. We should call it that.
Tangent and tea.
Yeah, missed out on that one. But I still like the name of the podcast, but
it's a good podcast name.
Thank
you. It's good.
But the last slip and slide I actually did was in my undergrad of college. It was a massive slip and slide that went down this big, huge hill, Old Main Hill.
That's so fun.
And it was legitimately just a gigantic tarp. It was like an 80 to 100 foot long tarp.
That's incredibly
that was like 8, maybe 10 feet wide.
Ooh, so you could have multiple people
with just tons of soap and water that went
soap
down the
and
hill.
water. You
Such
gotta
a
have
hazard.
It. You gotta have that lubricant on there.
Such a hazard. But dang, you guys, that was a good day. That was a very good day.
Fun.
The Old Main Hill, there's a lot of fun things that you could do on that hill, and a slip and slide was one of them. I do not know how they got that approved.
Yeah, they're dangerous, but like I think there's like a certain amount of it's just people having fun.
Yeah,
it's
just like
we all played on a slip and slide.
We all played on a slip and slide. It's just them young kids.
Just them youngins.
If they don't break a couple bones doing it, they weren't doing it right.
Yeah. Look how I turned out. I slipped, I slide. Look how I turned out.
I slipped it, I slowed it. Yeah, it was fun though. I didn't break anything, and I had a lot of fun. So
much fun.
Yeah. Well, guys, this is all we have time to talk about today. We hope you have an excellent summer. Drink lots of tea, and we will talk at you later.